Hello and welcome to your next phonics session. Let's see who can remember the sound we learnt yesterday. Remembering it was a different kind of digraph. That's right, it was a split digraph, meaning that we have a letter that goes in here just to keep these two letters apart, but that sound stretches over the top. So it goes from an A to A. You can see A. I can see make a cake. You can see, I can see. Fantastic. So I'm going to pop this in with the rest of our speed sounds and then we will have a go seeing if you can remember all the sounds and doing the actions to help you. Remember, the video for the actions is also on the website. Fantastic. Okay, let's scoop those away and let's have a look at the sound we're going to learn today. So the sound we're looking at today again is another split digraph. Okay, what we have, the two letters we have today are an E and an E. So what we do is we change this when you're reading it from an E to become E. Okay, so it is our split digraph for E, this one. So again, let me go over, like I did in the last session, as to what I mean. So if we start with looking at this word, when we read this word, we read it as pet, pet. If we change this into a split digraph, it changes from pet to eat, Pete. Obviously, if this word is Pete, he would need a capital letter because that is his name. Eat, Pete. Let's have a go with one other. Okay, so when we read this word, we read it as them. If I change this into a split digraph sound, it changes to theme. Okay, so it becomes that split digraph, you stretch that E over the top. So our sound today is split digraph, it is E. You can see E. Now I can see on the back Peter Pan. But if you know him really well, he's our friend Pete. Here's his name. So you can see E. I can see our friend Pete. You can see E. I can see our friend Pete. You can see. I can see. Fantastic. So I'll pop this sound to the side again like yesterday. I'm not going to get you to write that sound onto your whiteboard, because when we write the sound we do not write it like this in our writing. So I'm not going to get you to practice writing something that you wouldn't actually be writing. What we're going to do is robot chalk some words though like we normally do. So if you get your robot arms ready, my turn first. Eve, eat, st, eve, even, d, e, l, eat, e, s, o, e, d, k, o, l, eat. Your turn. Eve, Pete, Swede, Steve, even, theme. Fantastic. Okay, so let's have a go at reading some words now. So just like yesterday, I haven't put all of the sound buttons on because I thought we could start by doing this together. So if you have a look, remember we're trying to spot those split diagraphs as we are doing our sound buttons. So we have d, e, l, e, t, l, e, s, p, e, d, g, e, l, e, n, s, l, e, k, o, l, eat, s, o, e, d. Pause your video and have a go at reading those words, remembering to use your split diagraph and stretch that sound. Super. Okay, lovely reading. Let's have a go at doing some writing of these words now. I have lots of words here, so I don't think I'm going to choose all of them because that would be tricky for you. So let's start with eat, even, is, even, let's see that one. A picture of an evening. Eat. And then this is a button on your computer, and it is the delete button. So we have theme, Pete, even, they're balanced, they're even. These, evening, concrete and delete. Pause your video and have a go at writing those words, please. Let's have a look at how these words are spelt then. So if we start here, we have theme. Theme. Next we have peat. Eat. Peat. Even. 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 These. 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 Evening. Evening. Concrete. Eat. Concrete and delete. Delete. Super. I'm going to keep going with reading sentences at the end of these sessions at the moment, just because it's nice to practice with our split digraphs, the reading. So I'm going to pop down 4 sentences. If you have a go at reading the sentence, pause the video, read the sentences, and then unpause and we will read them together. Okay, pause your video. Okay, so we have eat. Pete is playing a game with Steve. Pete is playing a game with Steve. Steve is a smart boy. Steve is a smart boy. Jake loves extreme sport. Jake loves extreme sport. Pete likes Pete likes even numbers. Pete likes even numbers. Super. Great job today. Keep remembering that we are learning those split digraphs, so when you see that E after a letter's been put here, try and keep them apart. Remember, it stretches the sound and it becomes that E sound. E. Our friend Pete. Keep up the good work.